Like, damn, could we see the whole text message? Like, I don't like when people be trying to say they got receipts and stuff and they doing cutting off half, so we have to assume when you're supposed to be showing us some receipts. Like, show the whole thing. If it's something that you need to blur out, like a name or address or something like that, understandable, confidential. But this, you the one who want to post this. Sometimes I wonder if this how it's supposed to. What do, y'all? I am back. This is another segment of Word on the Street. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So, I ain't gonna hold you. It's been circling around town on every block, on every street. And if you want to open the door to get a little peek and listen, let me tell you. So, Bill the Bell, because you know we don't call him by his government name over here. Bill the Bell, he has literally took it upon himself once again to make up ass of himself. So I want to say this happened yesterday. He went on Instagram and it was a post and delete, because I think it was Instagram because it's a different icon. I don't think it was Facebook. But he went on Instagram and he just went off on Mel. And I'm thinking the reason why, because baby girl is out here living her life. She doing interviews. She ain't really studying him. She hanging out with the elites, as you call it. And he, I don't even know, trying to build a pool that ain't getting built, trying to get his wine out there that ain't even really being sold around the world. But let's just get into these receipts he got, because you know he's supposed to be suing baby girl for full custody of the kiddos. And I'm just like, fix what you got over on your side of town first, okay? Because she trying to make what she need to do for her kiddies and herself to still have their lavish life after y'all had parted, which I feel so sorry. She still gotta have your last name because this whole custody battle. But let's just get into what Bill the Bell had to say. And like I said, he posted and deleted because I didn't see this nowhere on any of his platforms. So it says, Melody, please leave me alone. You moved on, I moved on. Stop attempting to destroy me. You only destroying yourself. We have 4 beautiful children together. Stop going live and doing interviews. What? So you want her to stop making money and telling her truth to save your ass, to make you be painted in a better picture. Now, I done seen some of her interviews she done did with people, the Shade Room, and this last podcast, I seen Dee Dee's podcast or something like that, where she didn't really talk bad about you, but she did say how you treated her and how she felt about certain situations, but she really didn't go into like detail. And you want her to stop doing interviews. What, you gonna do sue her also for defaming your character? Boy, get some business about yourself. Get some. If you don't want to speak positive about the father of your 4 children, how you gonna fix your mouth to even say some foolishness like that when you didn't respect her enough and y'all made a vow forever, for better or for worse, rich or for poor, for sickness and in health? You went and got another girl pregnant, and you have the audacity to say, now, Bill the Bell, Bill to the bell. Continue. I have not spoken negatively or about you lately, even when asked about you. Well, that's your prerogative. You can't control what come out of my mouth. Melody, stop lying about court and custody. And even the little childish Martell forgot to make the kids lunch. LOL. I told my kids they were eating at school, in which lots of kids do. Well, she didn't want her kids to be eating no school lunch. And hell, they probably told you, but you like, no, you're gonna eat that school lunch. That's probably what your thing was what you just said. I'm 2-0 in court, and she is 0-2. And if you really didn't want to speak on it, why did you even go to the social media? Because she went, you know, 2 wrongs don't make a right. My attorney is 4-0 against your attorney. The courtroom isn't social media. Judges hear facts. If you have anything else to say, Mel, make sure I'm there for my side of the story, because we know you do / say anything for social media. So it's supposed to say you doing anything for clout. And you don't? I'm requesting full custody because she's had over 24 people since our separation, which only a few being her family members watch our children, including Marcus in my city for 2 nights while Melody flew to another state without informing the father of anything. I asked Melody if we could not allow men to watch our children, and she said, I do what I want. Months later, Marcus's husband was left alone watching my children. Not saying they're bad people, just saying that's something Mel and I both were against initially. So I'm thinking Marcus is her brother. And I think I read that somewhere too. So you're saying you don't want your children around same sex. More to say, men of the same sex. We ain't gonna touch that. Because I could... Come out the driveway. All I ask is that I have the first right of refusal if she's unable to keep the kids during her time with them. This is something my moms would want. A supportive dad who loves their kids and would rather keep them than sending them to multiple people when the mom is too busy. Well, maybe because the mom is too busy because she's making a living for her and her kids. What are you doing? Okay. We get the kids on every other week. We know that sometimes things may happen or come up when we have our kids, and that's okay. My issue is the excessiveness of different people watching our kids, which we ain't gonna talk about your case, but I can agree, everybody don't need to be watching my kids. You need to be there, or we need to figure out one person that's gonna be there or back up, because everybody don't need to be watching my kids. I want my kids around everybody and what they got going on. I can't agree with that, but that's their uncle. Like, is it an underlying thing you're trying to get at, Mr. Bill DeBell? Okay. Stop saying that I'm not acting like a supportive dad. I've been the more active parent since day one, before cameras. I really love and care for my children unconditionally. I'm also suing Mel for falsely accusing me of abusing my sons and kids. Okay, I didn't get that one. So he had some text messages he wanted to reveal to us, but I'm like, damn, could we see the whole text message? Like, I don't like when people be trying to say they got receipts and stuff and they doing cutting off half, so we have to assume when you're supposed to be showing us some receipts. Like, show the whole thing. If it's something that you need to blur out, like a name or address or something like that, understandable, confidential. But it's you the one who want to post this. My son / kid, she stated that I hit my son 25 times and hit him on the head and made him bleed. She didn't contact me to ask what really happened. She contacted her attorney and they took my kids away from me. I won in court because she lied. How sad is this? Now I'm suing because when she made those accusations, she kept my children away from me for 56 days. This was the reason I wasn't filming with her starting in January. She made me miss my birthday girls, Mariah and Malia's birthdays. Mariah used to cry to stay with me before the 56 days. Her cousin did bring up the whole birthday and how he wasn't now. So now you trying to say that's why you wasn't there because you couldn't. Oh, okay. Afterwards, she cried twice because she missed her mom. I love that she misses her mom. Her mom just went about the wrong way. Right now, Mel is in contempt of court on more than one thing. If you guys knew the real Mel, you guys will unfollow and no longer be fans. Just like everybody that once was her friend are no longer her friend. God didn't tell you to go. He told everybody around you. Let's not bring in, hold on. See, my camera didn't even want to hear the BS. Let's not bring in the Lord and your foolishness, because you brought infidelity in your situation. Did you not? Let's go on back there. Let's get yours and get hers too. But you brought that as well into the situation. I don't know, because, you know, everybody had their own story and we really won't know the full truth, because, you know, people like to embellish on some things and want to diss somebody's character and stuff like that. But this is a whole lot. So we say a whole lot is going on. As well as now, since this has came out, Marcus, somebody had said Marcus, you know, he referenced him in his little receipts, he called it, of why he's really going to custody, trying to get full custody of the kids. He allegedly, I don't know if it was him per se, but that people are saying that he came out with a cancel Martell, like, get him out of here, he must go. And I have that video coming up next. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below, honey. I just don't know, because this is just messy. And I hate for the kids to be in this. Anything when two people can't get along and stuff like that, and it involves kids, it just get messy. People be coming out with different, being so vindictive and all that. Well, we just can't handle this and just be done with it, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's going to affect your kids. Lord. Like I said, y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one. Be breezy.